Okay, I have a strong take on this one, and I'm just gonna come out swinging. You should absolutely date your best friend.
Of course you'd say that. Just blanket statement, no caveats, just go for it?
I mean, think about it. You already know each other's weird stuff. You've seen them at 3 a.m. eating cereal over the sink. The hard part is done.
But wait, knowing someone's quirks as a friend and tolerating them as a partner are two very different things.
Are they, though? I actually think the opposite. When you date a stranger, you spend the first 6 months performing a version of yourself.
Okay, that's fair. The honeymoon mask thing, I'll give you that.
Right, right. And with your best friend, you skip all that. You're already past the audition phase.
Sure, but here's what I keep coming back to. If it doesn't work out, and statistically most relationships don't, you don't just lose a partner. You lose your persons.
See, I think that fear is overblown. People say that, but plenty of best friends date, break up, and eventually find their way back to the friendship.
I'd push back on that. I think that's survivorship bias. You hear the success stories because the people who lost the friendship completely just don't talk about it.
That's a good point, actually. But okay, let me throw some data at you.
Please do.
There was a study out of the University of Texas, published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, that found that about 2/3 of romantic relationships started as friendships. 2/3.
Wait, seriously? 2/3?
Yeah, 2021 study. And it wasn't just casual friends either. A big chunk of those were close or best friends first.
Okay, that's a higher number than I expected, but starting as friends doesn't necessarily mean best friends. There's a spectrum there.
True, but it tells you something, right? The whole strangers locking eyes across a bar thing. That's actually the exception, not the rule.
I'll grant you that. The data supports friendship as a foundation. What I'm questioning is whether you should risk the top-tier friendship specifically.
And my argument is, what's the alternative? You have this incredible connection with someone, real, genuine chemistry, and you just sit on it forever.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes the friendship is more valuable than a maybe romance. Not every deep connection has to become romantic.
Okay, but here's the thing that gets me. If you're already basically in a relationship minus the physical stuff, aren't you just lying to yourself?
That's a big assumption, though. Not every close friendship has romantic undertones. Some people genuinely are just best friends.
No, totally. I agree with that. I'm talking specifically about the case where the feelings are there, where one or both people are like, what if?
Okay, in that scenario, if both people feel it, I'm actually more on board. Mutual interest changes the calculus completely.
See, you're coming around.
I'm not coming around. I'm being precise. Because the nightmare version of this is when it's one-sided. You confess your feelings and suddenly every interaction is awkward.
Yeah, the unrequited best friend confession. That's rough.
It's not just rough. It fundamentally changes the power dynamic. The other person now has to manage your feelings on top of the friendship.
But would you rather just silently pine forever? That's not healthy either. That's basically a slow poison for the friendship anyway.
Okay, that's actually a really good point. Unspoken feelings erode things too, just more quietly.
Exactly. So either way, you're risking the friendship. At least by saying something, you're being honest.
I think where we actually disagree is on the recovery. You think friendships can bounce back after a failed romance. I think the scar tissue is permanent.
I think it depends on the people. Emotionally mature people, they can navigate it. I've seen it happen.
And I've seen the opposite. I've seen 20-year friendships just evaporate because someone thought, hey, why not try dating?
That's real. I won't pretend it doesn't happen.
But here's something interesting. Couples who were friends first actually report higher relationship satisfaction. There's research on that too.
Wait, you're making my argument for me now.
I'm not. I'm saying when it works, it really works. The question is whether the downside risk justifies the potential upside. It's an expected value problem.
Did you just turn love into a math equation?
Someone has to be the rational one here.
Look, I think it comes down to this. If you genuinely feel something, and you think there's a real chance they feel it too, not just wishful thinking, you owe it to yourself to find out.
And I'd add one thing to that. You owe it to yourself to be prepared for the answer to be no, like actually prepared. Not I say I'm prepared, but I'll actually be devastated prepared.
That's fair, genuinely fair.
So I think we actually agree more than it sounded at first. It's not, should you date your best friend, yes or no? It's, have you thought this through and can you handle both outcomes?
Yeah, the real answer is don't do it impulsively. Don't do it out of loneliness. But if it's real, don't let fear of losing the friendship stop you from something that could be the best relationship of your life.
Because honestly, the regret of never knowing might be worse than any awkward aftermath.
Look at you. The skeptic lands on the romantic ending after all.
Don't get used to it.